Hello. So where does driving anxiety come from? I work with people all over the world to help them overcome their fear of driving. And one of the most common questions people ask me is, of course, where did this problem come from? How come I used to be able to drive easily anywhere, and I drove for years and years, and I've never had a crash or anything, but suddenly I've got this paralysing fear of losing control and I just can't drive anywhere? Well, the problem comes from your mind, and the reason you have this problem is because your mind has got the idea from somewhere that driving is dangerous. And this is where many people go wrong. A lot of people start thinking, well, I've never had a crash, or maybe I have had a crash and maybe that was what caused it, or was it that time when I got pulled over by the police and they just did a routine check? Was it something to do with that? No, it's nothing to do with any of those things, because as I've often said before, the fear of driving has nothing to do with driving. The reason you've got this problem is because your mind wants to stop you driving, but it's not because of driving itself, it's because it's associating something else with driving. And I have done many other videos where I talk about examples of what this was. Like, for example, with one client, their fear of driving came from when they made a hot drink as a child. So it came from kettles. That was their reason for having driving fear. And if you're thinking, what? How can that work? Well, the point is, think of it like this. If you know what the answer to your problems are, then you don't have problems. As I've said in other videos, if you're hungry, you eat food. If you're thirsty, you drink something and you're not thirsty anymore. So if you know what the answer to a problem is, you don't have the problem, because you have got the means to do it. You've got the necessary tools in your head to fix your driving anxiety right now. The thing is, you just don't realise it, because people always make the classic mistake of thinking, it must be something to do with driving. I must have had a crash, I must have had some incident when I was driving, maybe a bad time when I was learning to drive. It's nothing to do with any of those things. Where it comes from is your subconscious mind. So that's the problem. You're thinking with this, with your logical mind. You're thinking of what was the problem, what caused this, what happened. You won't be able to find it because you're thinking with your conscious mind. Do you know the only reason that I can do what I'm doing now? The only reason I can drive and be filming and be watching the road and thinking of what I'm saying is because I'm doing it all subconsciously. I'm not thinking about my driving now. My hands, my legs, whatever, it's happening automatically. What I'm saying to you about this fear of driving is just coming automatically. I'm not thinking about it. If I had to think about it, I could never do it. If I have to think, check the mirror, which pedal's the accelerator, that one, press that one, oh there's a car, I've got a brake, which one's the brake, that one, oh no, too hard, back on the gas, check the mirror. It's impossible to drive thinking about what you're doing. And I know, because after teaching over 1,000 people to drive, that's why learner drivers have so many problems, because they're thinking consciously, and you are making a similar mistake, thinking consciously about the cause of your fear of driving. You will never find the cause of it thinking consciously, because it isn't in your conscious mind. It's a bit like, imagine that you wanted to see the Eiffel Tower in France. So you get a plane and land in Spain, and you're walking around Spain saying, where's the Eiffel Tower? I can't find it. You're not going to find the Eiffel Tower in Spain, because it's not in Spain, it's in France. So you're looking in the wrong place. You've got to look in your subconscious mind, not your conscious mind. So if you want to find out where driving anxiety comes from, book a free consultation with me and we'll have a talk about it, and I'll see if I can help you. There'll be links around this video, or you can go on my website, firstdrive.com. And again, I'm just talking about all this stuff and I'm thinking ahead. The view is terrible here, but I'm doing it all subconsciously. If I try and do it consciously, how are my hands on the wheel? Am I going too fast? Is the car too wide for this road? Is it too narrow? What's behind me? What's in front? What speed am I doing? You can't process all these things. So in your conscious mind, you need to do it subconsciously. if you're into computing, it's a bit like your conscious mind is an old-fashioned hard drive and your subconscious mind is an M.2 SSD, if that makes any sense to you. If not, ignore that. It's just one type is faster than the other, and your subconscious mind is much faster than your conscious mind, so you drive subconsciously. So if you want to find out what's causing your fear of driving, then get in touch. I'll have a free call, and I help people in as little as 1 hour. So thanks for watching. Check out my other videos on the fear of driving, and as always, I'll see you again soon for more videos.